Anybody else?
Yep.
Just the one?
My Splunk is installed, but I just don't have it set up. We talked about the configuring sysmon logs. I haven't figured that out.
Ah, cool beans. Okay. Right, let me turn all these machines off for a sec.
I think I found a video to do it, but I don't know. Is it just like putting them in forwarded events?
Kinda. So you need to use sysmon. You need to pull the files using a sysmon configuration file. I found a good one to download earlier that looks like it does a lot of the excluding as well. But we'll go through the ins and outs of that bit probably later on because we may not have time to get through all of it today. But today I'm just going to make sure everyone's on the same page for how to install Splunk and from where. Right, so let's jump onto my Windows server that I'm going to be using for Splunk.
Hey Dave, are you gonna install your Splunk on the Windows server or the Windows 10?
I'm installing it on a Windows server, so you guys can install it on the same Windows server you're using as a router, or if you prefer, you can take the same option I've done, which is install it on a second server, and all I simply did was clone the Windows server and remove all the configuration I didn't want, so that I've got a second server. I didn't do anything overly special on it.
Okay, thank you.
Although I did have a giggle with it because I cloned my router and forgot to set up the configurations, but it was still giving DHCP and it took out my home network. So I had to go and remove the DHCP from the new server so I could get my own network working again.
I can't get my VMware tools to work. I think I have to do a reinstall because I'm stuck with the little screen.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Let's just check this box has access to the internet. It should.
Dave, I've seen that you like the VMware over the VirtualBox. So will you recommend?
No. So I don't prefer VMware over VirtualBox. Both of them I like equally the same. To be fair, I only use VMware because I've always used VMware. It's not because I prefer it over VirtualBox. And the only reason I've stayed with VMware is because I'm not aware of VirtualBox as an appliance. It might be, I don't know. But I chose to use ESXi, which is VMware's virtual appliance installation, which means I can use my licensed VMware as a client without having to mess around with remote desktop access, etc.
Right.
Joe, if you want to watch the DHCP configuration, the YouTube video is live now. Okay, so let's just check if we have access to the internet on my server. I'm pretty sure I configured it, so we did. No, we did not. No, we did not. Right, so let me just quickly fix the networking on this box. It's still got legacy old stuff. So that should be DHCP, yep. And that one should also be DHCP. Actually, I don't need that one for the time being. Let's just disable it. There we go. Right. And let's just check which VM I gave it. Internal. Okay. So it should get a 50 dot something IP address, and then it should also have internet access. But I might have to remove that IP address even though it's disabled, because Windows is a pig for that. There we go. Yes, you don't need to install the guest editions, but they just give you better display drivers, a bit like VMware tools. But I think the individual who mentioned it was using VMware.
Hey Dave,
Yep.
you're going to install Splunk as a team, right? That's when you're doing that, are you like paying for it?
No, you can use it for free.
Oh, for it? Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
install Splunk.
You get 500 megs of data per day for free using Splunk, and you shouldn't be generating that much data, to be fair.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Right, this is taking forever. Let's just configure them manually because we ain't got all day. Oh wait, have the servers turned on? No, helps if you turn the server on. Can't access the internet if your server's not there. Right, that should be running by now. Let's go back to our Splunk box. Yes, please. There we go. Right, so now we should be able to access the internet. I hate that number locks off by default now. Yeah, that's definitely right. Why do things never just work first time for me? Right, so the router can ping the internet, so why can't you? Alright, can't be asked messing around with that. Let's just cheat for the time being. Oh wait, there it is. See, as soon as I got mad, it decided it found the internet. Alright. Come on, come on, come on. How can you still not have access to the internet? I've just proved you got access to a DNS server.
Did anybody ever find out what happened to YouTube and everything last week? That big hack where everything was down?
Nope. Network adapter. I can't change that while it's running, can I? Let's try that to start with. Actually, no, don't do that, you break it. Set that to VM network, set that to internal. In fact, let's just remove it for the minute. That way there's no confusion. Alright, while this is downloading, to download Splunk, just simply Google Splunk download and that will drop you on the Splunk's website. You'll need to create yourself an account to actually download Splunk. And then it gives you the options of which variation you want to install it on. We're using Windows just for the sake of ease. Just click download and then you'll have to answer some agreements for their terms of service, and then it will download a MSI downloader. Right.
Hey, please, during other weeks where we're not having a class, how can we contact you? It's like there's no channel for you.
just use Slack.
Yes, I'm talking about Slack. Like, I don't see you in a particular, like, an account created for you where we can reach you. I
Yeah.
do see that you comment in other
Just
rooms,
click
but
my
there's
name.
no room. Oh, okay.
And then you can send me a message. I'll respond pretty quickly most of the time.
All right.
Right, let's check I've got internet access. Why is my clipboard not working? Rude. Let's do it the old-fashioned way.
So this essentially is what.
Okay, so let's get the free trial. Oh, no. Don't do that. That's the cloud. You don't want the cloud
Enterprise,
one.
is it?
You want
Enterprise?
Splunk Enterprise. Make sure you don't get the free trial of the cloud. Because that sets up a cloud instance.
Okay, so we're getting enterprise. Okay.
Yes, you want the Enterprise edition. Oh, I hate these every bloody time. Like, are you sure you're human? We've already proved that AI can fill them in anyway. What exactly are you achieving? Alright, let's download the Windows. I agree. Did it download? Yes. Alright, so if you want to install this on Ubuntu instead, you can. Some people argue that it runs faster on Ubuntu. I haven't seen that proof myself, but depending how you want to do it, that's the way forward.
Excuse me, Dave.
Yep.
What is the difference if you are downloading and then trying to accept all cookies or to reject all cookies? Is there some kind of difference?
Not really. It's just your advertising preferences.
Oh, okay.
Has no relevance as to whether or not your download will work.
I do have a question too.
Go on.
I installed my Splunk on Ubuntu server, and I installed the forwarder on Windows 10, and I use Linux to like the server for Splunk. but then I think I've passed the 5,000 MB limit for the free trial. So to get traffic, just to generate traffic in the forwarder, do I need like what do I need to do? Like
You
because
want
I
to
can add-
filter the amount of data. You want to keep the amount of data you're forwarding to less than 500 megs a day.
Okay, let me see. Because like even like, is that like a day or like after 5,000 MB you don't exceed that?
It's per day, so it'll restart each day. That volume will restart each day.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll check that then.
Might need to give this box more juice. Why is it doing the weird? Did I break it? I think I broke it.
Yeah, if you change some settings while it's running, it's going to restart. I think.
Yeah, I
Once
broke it.
you power.
Let's shut it down a second, give it more juice. Okay, so ESXi, a lot more fun. The interface is a lot friendlier than using VMware Workstation, and it's a lot more configurable as well. Right, so the
But you also pay, right? Did you also pay?
this one is a paid service, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's why it's easier.
Yeah. Right. Is that? I think it's shut off. Right. So there's my.
Does that come with Pro, or do you have to buy that separate?
I had to buy it separate.
Okay.
Right. Let's.
Is it free version 2? How much are you paying for per month or per year, Dave?
I think I paid about £300 for the year.
Is there a free version of it?
Not anymore, because Cisco bought Splunk and they stopped all of the free version of ESXi as of early last year, I think it was. ESXi used to be free, but it's not anymore. Right, has that stopped? Let's just... Yes. Is it off yet? Apparently it's working now. Now it's shutting down. Alright, the reason I'm having problems is because it's set to the wrong version. I'll let that just power down. Whoops, wrong one. Come on, shut down already. Oh my god, take your time. It's not like we're on a live session or anything.
They do love rebooting real slow. Come on. Like seriously, how long does it take? Just shut down already. Yes. Yay, thank you. Right. Let's quickly rectify the issue. Upgrade compatibility, upgrade, yep. Once that's done, edit settings, options, set it to Windows, set it to 22, save. Alright, now if we edit it, let's give it more juice. That'll do. I wouldn't recommend using Tiny 11 or Tiny 10. It's a very stripped down version of the operating system. It doesn't give you any real admin control over networking and things like that. They're predominantly used for IoT devices like payment card services, cash machines, that kind of stuff. You wouldn't tend to use it for general purpose. And yes, Proxmox is free. I don't recommend any of you pay for this. The only reason I'm doing it is because I'm using it as a teaching aid. I think I've made it mad. Okay, we're back in. Right. Let's try that again, see if it's a bit more responsive this time. I think giving it 8 gig of RAM definitely gave it a bit more get up and go. We don't need
I upgraded my laptop RAM specifically so I could do that because they run too slow.
Yeah, the NUC box I got came with 8 gig of RAM, but I bought a 32 gig stick to put inside it, and I've noticed it's a lot faster doing so. Sadly, it only had one SSD spot, so I'm running all of my guest operating systems off a USB 3 external 4 terabyte drive, which again isn't ideal because that's not exactly fast.
Oh no, yeah, that's also probably not helping.
Nah, but it'll do for now until I can upgrade the hardware. That's gonna have to wait. I'm not that rich.
Yeah, I was gonna go for like 128 RAM, but I just went for 48.
Yeah, I've been looking at some servers. So in the UK, I don't know if they have similar out in the US, but while this is just computing space, we've got this website called Bargain Hardware, and you can get old Dell workstations for next to nothing.
We have something that's like Easy Egg.
Yeah, so it's running DDR3, which is still not exactly old, but you could put something like 128 gig of RAM in, 2 8-core processors, and it's still coming to like what's $500, which is perfect for me for building my lab and playing around. Probably not for doing a training course. But it ultimately depends what else you want to do with it. But I wouldn't recommend paying all that just to do master school.
Fair enough. Yeah, I have enough computers to do master school.
Exactly. But I'm also going to host my boy's Rust server on there as well while I'm at it, so he'll be over the moon.
Okay. I might buy one eventually, just because that sounds like for all that RAM and just two CPUs.
Remember that's effectively 16 CPUs because they're 8-core CPUs. So as far as your Proxmox installation will think, it'll think it's got 16 cores, and it'll virtualize those cores into 2. So you can run probably 13 or 14 different hosts at exactly the same time without any lag or delay.
Oh, that's something beautiful.
Exactly. So
it's nothing I need now.
So that's no, absolutely nothing you need now. But later on in life, when you're running your own malware labs and running your own test labs and such for work, or even for yourself later on, it's definitely worth the investment. But like I say, not this early on, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't even know what to do with it right now.
Exactly. It'd just be an expensive doorstop. Probably chew up electric more than you'll actually get in terms of value. I had a 1U Dell server. It was running dual dual power for redundant power, and that thing was chewing about $60 of electric per month. Just sitting there idling. I wasn't even doing anything with it. It was just chewing $60 of electric every month without even doing anything. I was like, holy crap, that's got to go.
I guess if you want to crypto mine, well, I guess GPUs are better for that anyways.
Yeah, this kind of server's no good for crypto mining. You'll actually be on a loss. You need a crypto mining rig with like 10 or 12 high-speed GPUs. But even that's going to run at probably $150, $200 a month in electric.
Gross.
The returns on crypto mining isn't anywhere near as good as it used to be. Unless you got $1 million rigs.
Hey, what do you think about this? There was a government official who came out and stated that AI is going to take a lot of people's jobs. And since like cybersecurity is, we have majority of the things that being automated. What is your take on this?
A little bit off subject, to be fair. Every revolution loses jobs. This is just a state of fact. You know, AI is already having an impact on people's jobs. Very recently, one of the companies in the UK, not companies, Microsoft, just sacked a load of his. Blizzard and Activision just sacked a load of people because of AI. But it's the low end stuff that's going to go first. All the mundane, tedious tasks that are better automated than having a human anyway. But as I've said in the past, I don't anticipate that AI is going to replace cybersecurity anytime soon, because humans are just not trusting enough to give AI power over the IT security, especially when it needs to confirm it's capable of defending against itself.
Yeah.
So there'll be some factors that will go from a cybersecurity point of view, but they'll just be replaced with other things you need to do instead. You'll become prompt engineers. Instead of doing Splunk queries in the old traditional way, you're just ask an AI to pull the data for you, correlate the data, and then you make your will of it. It's going to be probably 15, 20 years before it takes over cybersecurity, but let's be fair, by that time it'll have made such a big impact across the industry as a whole, all industry as a whole. Ain't many people going to be caring about the fact that not everyone's got a job in cybersecurity. But it ultimately just depends on your thoughts around where AI is going to go. No one can truly know, to be fair. Okay, so installing Splunk then is quite literally as simple as that. Skip that for the time being. Obviously we want dark mode. But we'll configure that later. We've unfortunately run out of time for today. So what we will start with on Thursday is configuring our Windows boxes with Sysmon. We was hoping to get done today. And we will also configure our Linux server or Linux server to send syslog data to our Splunk server as well. Hopefully the session was quite useful for everyone. For those of you that haven't started yet, do go through the other videos and catch up, because we are finding we're spending a lot of time going over stuff that we have actually covered in previous videos. So do make sure you're up to date before we join on the next service, okay?